Hello, and welcome back to our Roll the Waves 3 playthrough of Italy starting in 1890, Mare Nostrum. The last episode, we had the most disappointing end to a war you can possibly imagine. Uh, we we were raided to death. Our population just gave up the war after being raided for a while, and we couldn't get to grips with the Austrian fleet because they set all their ships to raiding, and we never had any engagements. They declined every engagement that we did have, and that was basically it. Like they just raided us, and our people gave up. We also, I think, we lost dock size. I really do think we lost dock size, but I'll have to maybe check it. I'm recording this episode right after the one I just posted for the 16th, so not too sure. Anyway, let's press some buttons and get on with it. Let's start pushing through this. So I got myself an itch to play Japan. So we're gonna go to 1970 as Italy here. Then we're going back to the Yamato spirit of Japan. Never see Japan giving up like that. Takes a lot to make them surrender. Alrighty. Airdrop torpedoes will run patrons. Interesting. Oh, we get two-phase search for aircraft operations, which is super cool. So is that? I was gonna say, I was wondering if that's a doctrine I had to turn on for the uh, torpedoes there, but it doesn't appear to be so. And we're not going to get any budget increases, not with a democracy. We are now a democracy, I believe. I should actually check into that. Gradual damage control improvements. Oh, we get an improved medium bomber. It's average reliability, which is decent. So we get a little bit more speed. We get quite a lot of range. And the bombs stay the same. These can actually carry torpedoes now. Not that it particularly matters, since we can never get them to actually attack stuff, but we'll see. Alrighty. Let's see here. We do need to go in and rebuild some of our ships, but that'll have to be after the Minervas are finished, since we are now a limited democracy. There we go. Nice. Production soaring. Hopefully that'll help our budget out. So we're at 420,750. We will take the budget and double tension because tension is going to keep ticking down due to the recent war. Yeah, we'll take budget and double tension. And we're not going to be able to tell how much money we got from the improved industry, but look at that. That is a nice amount of money there. That will let us finish off the Minervas in a timely fashion. And we can start refurbishing or refitting ships, whatever. Japan, we're never going to be in a war with Japan, so take the money. There you go. You get better armor. Maybe it'll help you from sinking, like losing all your ships constantly. There's been a political murder. We'll take budget, prestige, and double tension. Perfect. Look at that. All right. Now, we just need to wait a little while for our condors to be finished. And then we can start rebuilding our battleship fleet. Um, we'll take prestige and double tension because, again, tension will come down over time. We need it to be high in order to keep our budget in a democracy. Okay. You watch this British tension. It'll come down. All right, so we got some nice monthly budget here. Very delicious. We're gonna give up a prestige in order to get budget. Look at that. We're kind of back in business. All right, let's get our Regina Elinas refitted. We lost one of them to just poor play, I suppose. Open design for rebuild. So we replace our machinery. So we're at 307 tons. It says 852. What if we go up to 27 knots? Does that turn us into a battle cruiser? It does not. So we'll go up to 28 knots, which gets us in line with the Andrea Dorias. We can upgrade our 15-inch guns to Mark 1s. Okay. We already have the best director. We can make our secondary guns into dual purpose. And maybe we'll add one set to either side. So another 4 secondary guns. And that's probably enough. Hang on, we can put an AA director on here. We can put a couple of AA directors. Look at that. It gives us 36 heavy AA factor. That's a pretty nice rebuild there. We can probably throw on some more tertiaries. Those are 3-inch. So we'll give them a few more guns. Or a few more guns and some more ammunition, because 3-inch ammo will go fast, I think. 38 heavy AA. That is pretty nice. So these are expensive rebuilds. 4,600 each. It takes a year. It's going to cost basically 120,000 to rebuild completely, or for the complete rebuild. But all right, and the Regina and Lena's are those are all forward armament ships. I forgot about that. Cool. All right. Yeah, well, okay, that's fine. Save and finish. So rebuild both of those and go. All right, there's our coordinated airstrikes from multiple carriers. Excellent. I might need to start working on my dock size again. Hey, we stole something plating. I can't pronounce that. We get reduces horsepower requirements. That's very nice. Faster ships for less engine weight. Magnetic plating. What does that do? Submarines. Improved effectiveness. Okay. Fair enough. How do our current submarines look? So I might start a new set of submarines at some point here, and I'll get rid of everything that's below basically 97, like anything in the 80s. But that's for the future. We got a few other things happening here. See, you see tensions going down, going down. Although it went up a little bit there for Britain, which is fine. All right, our new carriers are a little bit overweight. Dive bomber, 600-pound bombs. Better torpedo damage. So our our dive bombers carry 1,000-pound bombs. I'm telling you, I think they're just way better overall. And our fighters are still poor reliability. Man, what the heck do we have to do to get decent fighters? I feel like I'm just like Italy just feels like it's at every disadvantage you can get, they tack on there. All right, so we will increase our dock size because the Condor will be finished in like a couple of months here. But let's get our air group going on the Gepio. So we'll add, let's see, some fighters. We'll add 15. We'll add 15. We'll add 15. So half of our aircraft will be fighters. And then we're going to add in some dive bombers. So we'll do 15 of those. We'll do another 15. We'll do 10 more dive bombers, actually. And then we'll do 10 torpedo bombers. And 10 torpedo bombers. So that gives us 45 fighters, which can act as like scouts and combat air patrol, gives us some strike power, etc. And we get 25 fighters and 20 torpedo bombers. Good enough, I say. Next, there we go, it's the Condor. The alliance between Austria-Hungary and the US has finally expired. They've only been allies for 30 years. Oh, we get missile technology. What the heck? Already? Dang. All right, let's put that on high as well. 1941? Well, I guess that's about right, isn't it? The V1, etc., etc. So let's copy our air group and put that on the Condor. There you go. Now, we're going to grab the Condors, put them in Division 5. Now they're the flagships, and then Division 6 is subordinate to that. So they're core, so I should be like just have them follow the Condors around. Although I am 29 knots compared to the 28 on the Falcons. I always want to say Falcone. All right. We're still doing okay. Yeah, we'll go for budget and tension. The steel industry wants a stronger navy. Here's another naval patrol craft. They are very busy with this. Another point of firepower. Wow, that is one heck of a naval patrol craft. Okay. Let's do I want more Minervas or do I want submarines? I think I want more Minervas for now. And I also have to rebuild the Balzano. So actually, let's do the Balzano now. We'll put some of these Umbrias. How much do I need? Let's see. We'll put in 2 Umbrias on foreign station for now, which will let me rebuild the Balzano. It is my one foreign nation ship, or foreign station ship. 29 knots. Cool. We can have improved Mark 1 9-inch guns. We don't have a lot of topside capacity, but we can make our secondaries dual purpose. And slap on another set. Oh, that's actually... maybe I'll go back down to 28 knots. That'll do it. And then that lets me... There we go. And... Okay, it's too much. Too much, but I can add tertiaries. They'll need more ammunition. Those are 4-inch dual-purpose guns, so I can do just one set, I think. There we go. So the speed doesn't improve like I wanted it to, but the main gun does. And it gains some, actually I can do an AA director. 33 heavy AA, so it can kind of defend itself. But Belzana really doesn't fight. It just kind of hangs out in Africa. I think that's its job. Okay, turns out our new light cruisers are too slow, the Minervas. They can't keep up with their design speed. Um, why do we lose prestige for not caring what Japan does? They're on the other side of the world. So we'll go for an international. I just don't want to lose prestige. Um, Japan was our friend, but I guess that is like the Italian tradition is where you lose a war and you immediately turn on your friends. Okay, there we go. Get surface radar 1. Better invasion capacity, which doesn't really matter for us. So how do these Minervas look? 31 knots, and that's fine. I don't have to rebuild them immediately, do I? So the Marsalas, I want to grab all 3 of them actually and assign them to Division 5. One of them is already in Division 5. But the Minerva, we will assign to Division 1. So we'll have a couple Minervas assigned to our battleships, and then these Marsalas will be assigned to the carriers. We can't afford to assign like tons and tons of stuff to everything like we did with the United States. Modern dive bomber. So we're gonna go for bomb load, and I want to say maneuverability. Actually, I'm gonna go for speed so they can get there faster. Okay. Anything else obsolete here yet? The Ardennes are going to start going obsolete. 1931 was their last rebuild. However, I would rather just build new destroyers, honestly. Some of our Pelicanos are going obsolete, so we'll do a batch of those, like this many, and that should be an easy rebuild. So just replace the machinery. It's all we care about. We don't care about the fire control, don't care about the guns. It has all the mines it could want. It has depth charge, blah blah blah. It has minesweeping gear. Yeah, so it's fine. Save and finish. We don't care if there's any problems with it. In fact, we can do an even bigger batch since it's so cheap to do. We'll go all up to 1934, which is our original run of Pelicanos. All right. Gives us 1,000 leftover cash. The Imperos are going obsolete. But those are battleships. They're going to be pretty expensive to rebuild, so we're just going to wait a couple of months here until the Reginas are almost done. So let's go 1 month. We'll sell to anyone who wants to buy because it doesn't have a security leak. Let's see. Improved armor quality. Excellent. Here's our improved medium bomber. We're now in the C model. We gain a little bit more speed, like I don't know, 40, like 30 some miles of range, and everything else stays the same. So we'll take it. We will take it. In 1 more month. Increased cap effectiveness. That's going to be really nice. Here's an improved torpedo bomber. We have good reliability. So it gets a little bit more speed, a little bit more range, and one more point of firepower. Yeah, don't think the firepower matters so much for dive bombers because I don't, or torpedo bombers or dive bombers really, but because I don't think they're doing much dogfighting. All right, time to work on the Imperas. We might be able to pump the speed on them up a little bit. Highly doubt we can get to 28 knots. Maybe. Hey, we're up to 28 knots, so it keeps up to the rest of the fleet. So these budget battleships we built are actually kind of, doing their thing. Okay, so we don't have enough AA to actually make our directors worthwhile. So we're gonna make our secondaries into dual purpose. And now, there we go. Now our secondaries uh, get us a nice HA factor, heavy AA. And that's probably it. That's about all we need to do. This is an expensive rebuild. Isn't an expensive one. It's like what? Our other ones were like 190,000 or 170 or something. These ones are quite a lot less expensive. And with 14-inch guns, I mean, they'll hold their own. 13-inch belt. They're now going 28 knots. Cool. We'll take it. There we go. Save and continue. Now we're getting the radar installed on a lot of our ships there. The Regina and Lena's will be finished soon. Check our area overview. We lost some of our, it said we lost some of our commanders. So let's see if we have any ones that are any good. I thought I saw a brilliant, there's a brilliant one. He's an aviator too. We'll take him. So he'll go to the Mediterranean. That's actually pretty darn nice. And now we need more aircraft carriers. So the Regina Alinas will be finished in 3 months, which means we have enough time to design a new set of carriers. Because I do want to eventually phase out the Falcons. They only have 52 aircraft each, which is fine, but it's probably not going to hold out very well in the jet age, which will be here probably sooner than we think. Although it might not hurt to have a couple more Minervas. All right, let's assign these to the first division, and then we'll reassign these ones to the third division. So those go with the other battleships. And then let's build 2 more Minervas actually, before we get too crazy with the aircraft carriers. We need support ships. We will denounce Austria-Hungary and hope for budget. We're at 594. Hey, we got some budget. Cool. And we made meanie faces with Austria. Are they allied to anyone? They're allied to Russia. I don't care about Russia. Like I'm willing to do the thing with Russia. So we know our dive bombers have 1,000-pound bombs. So they're at 600-pound. So this is a rebuilt light cruiser for the US, 9 6-inch guns. Nothing really impressive there. 32 knots, that's about the best thing it does is the knots. Forward ASW mortar, that might be nice to go on destroyers. Increase cap and AA effectiveness. That's right, we do need to work on a new set of destroyers to replace the Ardens. So we have a little bit of money. The Regina Alina will be done here, so let's do that real quick. And then once we get the destroyer situation sorted out, we can start working on two more carriers. So destroyers, fix the engine back to normal. The speed is a bit. Is that the highest displacement? Hang on. Research. Light forces. We can do 3,000-ton destroyers. So back to destroyers. Oops. And go. That gives us 3,000 tons. Back to normal speed. 6-inch guns are probably too much. So let's get down to 5-inch. That gets the weight sorted out a bit. We get increased depth charge storage. We get the mortar rockets. They're going to be carrying some mines, which is good. They're carrying 8 torpedoes. We do want reloads. So our speed is going to suffer a little bit here. So let's take our speed down to 35, which frees up a lot of room. Our AA factor is actually pretty decent too. What if we make our main guns dual purpose? Can we do that? We can. So give them a little bit more ammo, up to 180, because we downsized the guns. We can, they already, oh man, they have 4-inch secondary guns too. Not too bad. If I really wanted to go up to 36 knots, I could probably strip off all these guns and do it. But 35 knots seems fine to me. Seems like it's enough. And in return, well, our top side's actually stressed. 63 out of 64. But we have all this nice heavy AA factor of 11. That's actually kind of decent. There's a lot of extra weight remaining, but maybe we'll just invest that into a little bit more ammo and one more light AA. We can't do it. We can't do any more mine. Oh, we can go up to 30 mines. That'll do. That will do it. That puts us at 64 out of 64. I think that makes us more vulnerable to capsizing, but they are just destroyers. Let's see, suggest a name. Turbine. I like Turbine. Calypso. I like Calypso. Uh, yeah, we're gonna go with Calypso class. 765 per month. That's kind of pricey, but these are very top end destroyers. Hang on, all of our secondaries are on the port side. Well, most of them. Let me fix that. There we go. That's a little bit better. Heavy AA of 11. We can technically throw in some tertiaries. 2-inch tertiaries. You know what? It doesn't hurt to do it. So that'll do. And we'll better start building a few of those at a time, like 4 at a time. We don't want to risk leaking technology. And I think we're probably very close to our population getting mad at us for spending money anyway. We're at 6,000 monthly balance. Cool. We'll let that ride for one more, however long it takes to get this the Calypsos going. The 15-inch Q1 gun has dispersion problems. Ugh. Didn't we already? Oh yeah, it's just confirming what we already knew. Or was that our 16-inch guns? Do we have dispersion problems with both guns? We'll go for tension, prestige and tension. All right. 4 of these. And go. And then I think we're going to start working on our new aircraft carrier class because this stuff here is going to be done. The Balzano will be done soon. These rebuilds, this is not a very, this is like probably 500. It's like, looks like there's about actually 15 of those, so that'll be a little bit of money. So let's design that now. So check out our new aircraft carrier. Up to 33,000 tons if we really wanted to. Sagittario, that's a cool name. So how many aircraft do we have? 57. That's almost nothing. Hang on. Let's take a look at our current aircraft carrier. This is what I like to do. I like to better compare what I'm building. So aircraft carrier, go. Oh boy, that's a super carrier. That's very big. So the ones we have now that we want to keep are 26,000 tons. So why is this so heavy? The deck is probably too much. We'll go back down to 1-inch deck. There's a bunch of. Let's get rid of these 5-inch guns. We'll add. We'll do midships. And there we go. It gives us a few guns. Is it because it's going 30 knots? What if we lower it down to 29? Doesn't actually change all that much. It's like 400, 450, but all right. Now, we don't need 2 fire control for our main guns. It's a lot of medium AA on here. Jeez. There we go. That gets back quite a lot of our top side. Now, we get catapults. Cool. Air capacity is up to 89. We want deck edge lifts. That puts us at 90 aircraft, which is the same as the Condors. So we're going up by 3,000 displacement. The Centauros. That's a cool name. Let's go up to 100 aircraft. And we can put a director for secondaries. So why? What? Maybe it's the torpedo defense 4? Yeah, torpedo defense 4 is what's doing it. I guess we'll keep it. I mean, the better defense. We'll go up to 30,000 tons. And then we'll strap on lots of secondaries. Can we do triple mounts? Is that allowed? Not possible. We do double mounts. Okay. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Man, we have almost no heavy AA factor on here. Why does it go down when we go up to 6-inch guns? There we go. Okay. I didn't have dual purpose selected. Duh. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, and we'll just all right, we got 30 heavy AA. We can increase the ammunition to like 250 for the 4-inch secondaries. And that lets us drop probably down by about 500 ton, almost. So we lose a little bit of displacement. We get to go down to 29.6. and the radar is okay. We have 100 aircraft. It's going 29 knots, almost no armor to speak of, really, but that's just how aircraft carriers are. In fact, we can get down to a 1 inch belt probably, and that'll let us cut some of this weight, this excess weight. 29,000 tons. So we're back down to 29,000. So that's good enough for me. Carriers are very lightly armored. They're not, you know, they're just not meant to be hit. If they're being hit, it's a major problem. You just got to try to run away. All right, this will do the Centauro. And 2,700 to build each. That's actually not too bad. I could build two of those with ease. All right. That'll be it for this episode, though. I'm actually way over time, 36 minutes as opposed to the 25 I normally aim for. But I hope y'all are enjoying. Hope you're still hanging in there. And I appreciate you so much. I'll see you next time.